Oh, now, if you don't know who they are, listen up.
We are Marianas Trench.
Yeah, let's give it up. Marianas Trench live here on Z103.5. How you doing? All right. Look at that. A little montage there. Put together a string of all your big songs.
Good montage.
Yeah, we like that. We've been playing your stuff here on Z103.5 and supporting you guys for a number of years. And
Which we appreciate.
Yeah, we had you guys at the Summer Rush back in 2009. You guys are awesome. And you know what? I've always considered myself a yeller and a screamer, but you guys belted out more than I can. That's weird. Yeah.
You know, we've done two Summer Rush shows. There's the one here at Canada's Wonderland.
Right, yeah, that was the one in 2009. I think Akon was there, Pitbull, some guy by the name of Justin Bieber was there.
Yeah, that was a fun show. And then we also did, wasn't that also Summer Rush in Halifax?
This summer. Yeah.
So check this out. At that show, Danny Fernandez did that show as well. So Danny texted me in the day because him and I had done this song together, and it hadn't come out yet. And Danny is like, hey, dude, do you want to come out at the show? You know, there's like 20,000 people. Come out and just do like it'll be like a surprise. Just come out and sing your part, you know, once we get to the chorus. And I was like, sure. No rehearsal? Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. So we go out there, and I wait for the moment, and I'm like sitting at the side of the stage. Literally, my guitar tech has his phone out. We're Googling what the words are to the song. I'm not prepared.
Yeah.
So I memorized the words right before. Literally, as I start to sing, I'm still looking at the phone, and I throw it back to him, and I run out on the stage. I jump on the stage, I start singing, and then the DJ kind of like drops the beat for a second, so I'm sort of singing on my own. I'm like, okay, that's cool. They're giving me a little like sort of intro, and then I sort of just keep going a cappella, and the song just never comes back in. So I just like I didn't know what to do, so I just kept going, right? You just keep going.
Yeah.
So I sang through the entire chorus a cappella, and I looked back at the DJ to see what is going on, what is happening, and he is looking like sheer panic and scrambling, and I'm going, okay, we have a problem. Now we have an awkward silence in front of 20,000 people. Awesome.
Well, you guys pulled it off.
Oh, yeah, it was fine. I just looked at Danny and was like, all right, well, thank you, Halifax. So, like, that song was about maybe 1 minute long that day.
Has that ever happened to you? I mean, a lot of times, we'll see somebody singing the national anthem and they forget the lyrics. Paul McCartney forgets the lyrics all the time. There's some tracks that he does of the Beatles when he's in concert and stuff. He just forgets it, but he just starts all over. Has that ever happened to you guys in concert aside from what happened in Halifax?
Well, certainly. Well, we don't play with we don't use backing tracks and like that. So we don't have those kinds of problems, but we've certainly had problems. We just did a show in New York a few days ago. It was like sort of we did this whole U.S. tour, and the New York show is like the biggest show of the tour, right? So, it's a high-pressure show. Stuff is finally starting to happen for us in the States, so there's a lot of people watching to see if we're actually good or not or whatever. And we never know. We just swing for the fences and hope for the best.
And you guys are on tour with Simple Plan?
Yeah. So we get out there, and we open the show. I come out singing and discover that my microphone is not on. And
sabotage.
And there's no power to my guitar amp or the bass amp. So they get the mic working, but we had to stop the song, and then I just had to fill 10 minutes.
My power went down too, so I'm listening to the click track to make sure everything's steady and everything, and I was like, I got nothing. You guys are gonna have to write a book of some of your tour
experiences. I had to be out there by
expenses.
myself for 10 minutes just filling time, which is kind of an anticlimactic way to start.
It was about 5, but 5 long minutes.
5 minutes that felt like decades.
But that's part of the business, You just have to ad-lib and keep going, right?
That's true. You're in trouble when you find yourself looking at the crowd being like, so, where are you from? That you're at the bottom of the barrel.
All of a sudden, you become a stand-up comedian and start cracking jokes, right?
Yeah.
So you're talking about this U.S. tour that you guys are on right now. Is that continuing, or is that wrapped up?
We just finished it a few days ago, and then the Canadian half of the tour starts in
February 9th. Yeah. We were in Toronto February 19th, I think.
Okay. Yeah, February, something like that. Where's that show?
ACC. That's cool. Who are you guys doing with that one? Is that Simple Plan?
Simple
Plan and All Time Low, and then These Kids Work Around. Yeah, it's a hot, a good lineup of Canadian acts, so everybody's got to go out and support you guys. People can hit you guys up on Facebook and Twitter. Do you guys do that a lot? On your own? You can't have an ops team that does that for you.
I actually literally just tweeted as I was sitting here saying, hey, we're on Z103.5, and I think I may have quoted Darkwing Duck or something and said, let's get dangerous.
Yeah, let's do it. So we got Marianas Trench here live on the radio on Z103.5. We're going to play the new track called Fallout, which is featured on the new album, which is called Ever After. And we'll talk more about that with the guys from Marianas Trench. We got Josh and Ian in the house here. Follow out the track. Marianas Trench, all the hits, Z103.5. And it's hot. It's Marianas Trench and Fallout on Z103.5 with Tony Monaco playing all the hits. And our special guests, we got Josh and Ian, two of the guys from Marianas Trench, and two guys are missing in action over here. Ian, what happened to Matt and Mike? Where are they?
Killed them.
Yeah, they're gone.
Really tired.
Like
of
Kenny,
those
they're
guys.
gone. They're killed. No, seriously, where are they?
No, dead.
Yeah, they're out of the group. God, you need two new members of the group, right?
Yep.
You're going to need them because you guys are going to be busy doing some shows. You're going to do some Canadian dates, as you guys mentioned, in February. And we were talking off air. You're going to Korea. How long is that tour going to last?
That's going to last a whopping one show.
One show, and they're going to fly you out there.
We were just talking about that off air, you guys, but we're trying to figure out how it's possibly worth it because they have to bring us all the way to Korea for one gig, and then we come home, and I actually just realized we're going to be in the air more time than we're actually in the country, which seems ridiculous.
Yeah, I think you've done a lot of shows out of the country. You were talking about breaking into the States. What do you think has been the biggest challenge and the biggest battle that you guys haven't broken in there yet? Because your music is great. You've got so many fans here in Toronto and throughout Canada. What is it that's going to take to break you guys? I mean,
I think every Canadian band has a tough time making it into the U.S. peer group. You know what I mean? It's a fairly esoteric group. You know, you do your best to get in there, and for some reason I think there's a certain stigma with Canadian bands, just from the industry's point of view, that just makes it hard for us to become a member of the club. Right. But I think we're slowly forced. I think we've worn them down. We're starting. I think we're actually starting to wear them down now.
Thank God. You got to do it city by city. You know, you got to just.
Which is basically what we did, and you know, I could even see a change day to day from this last tour we did. So like the tour started in L.A. and then the day that our record came out, which was like a week and a half ago or something.
Chicago.
We played Chicago that day, and you would have thought it was our show. Like, and we were like the first band of four, and it all of a sudden just turned into. It was like it was our show, and we were doing like we did Fallout there, and that was the first time we'd ever done it, and people already knew all the words, and I was like, this came out today. This is ridiculous.
I think because they listen to us online at Z103.5.com.
That's probably
listening to us, and they know all the words of the songs.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah. So I mean, best of luck to you guys when you guys head to Korea and do the shows here in Canada. You got a brand new CD called Ever After. Is there a happily in this Ever After at all?
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
You know, I cannot believe the reception that record got. Like it went gold in the first week.
That's amazing.
Insane.
You know what? A couple weeks so far?
It's a week and a half now.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to me considering like our first record sold like 700 copies. If that. I don't even know if it sold that, honestly.
7. Maybe take off.
And this has gone gold already in a week and a half. That's pretty amazing.
Insane, man. Yeah. I can't. I really don't even know what to say about it. It's really overwhelming.
Well, you had a good lead-off single with "Haven't Had Enough" and Fallout already getting requested, and people are singing at your concert, so you're doing all right. I want to get some feedback here from Facebook from people. They're just sending some stuff in here. One person says, "I want to thank you guys for keeping it real and making our music that relates to the true lives of today." Is that important for you guys to connect with the audience like that? Because that's a great email.
Ian.
I would say, like, Josh is the main writer, and he chooses to, a lot of his lyrics are autobiographical, so they're about his life and just about real life. So
right.
Because they're about, like, true heartfelt things, so it's not made up.
So everybody can
that's
relate
probably
to
why
that, right?
people can relate to it, yeah.
This person here, Janelle, sent this in, and she says something about getting her brother back to Ontario in one piece back in the summertime, some guy by the name of Corey. There's a story in that. Do you have any idea what she's talking about here?
Wait, is that like one of those things like, hey,
I don't know. Did you guys party with this guy, Corey, or something? And she's like, thanks for getting him back safe home.
I don't know what that is, but you know what? Sometimes
that's a Mike and Matt question.
Yeah,
sometimes
maybe you get those questions that are like, hey, do you remember me? I was at that show 3 years ago, and I yelled out, will you play Shake Tramp? Or something like that, and you're like,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I do.
That's funny. Some more emails that are coming in here. Actually, somebody on the line right now, 798-1035. What's your question?
What's your favorite color and food?
Yeah, it's very important to know what that is, right?
It is, because, like, we're their biggest fans, and we're coming home from a field trip.
And this is, like, very important, because, like, when you send them cards and letters, you're going to make sure you put that color on, right?
Yeah, and we want to know what food it is they like, so we can wrap it up and give it to them.
Okay, well, I like pizza lasagna if you want to bring that to me and the Z crew, okay?
I will. I'll give you pizza and lasagna.
Burgers are good, too.
Okay.
I'm easy when it comes to food, okay?
Okay.
Thanks for listening, ladies.
No problem.
Well, I'm going to take a guess here based on your hair color, Josh. Greenish, maybe blue is your favorite color? I don't know.
He's a blue. He's a teal man.
Yeah, teal. That's the proper
Actually,
color.
my favorite color is autumn.
Autumn.
You're such a sweet boy.
Happy autumn, everybody. Yeah. And food, what are you guys into? You guys are obviously on the road a lot, so I don't know how much time you guys spend back in BC and Vancouver, but you're
I
on the
just had
road.
some really good Thai food around the corner, and I could say I like Thai.
That
Right
Thai
here?
food is pretty good.
Yeah. Anything else you guys like on the road?
Healthy. Things
yeah.
with color.
Think,
Dude,
teal.
you always say to yourself at the beginning of the tour, like, this tour, I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to make compromises. I'm going to do what I can. And then by, like, day 2, someone says, okay, sound check is off, and you guys have 5 minutes before the show. Just eat whatever you can find. And you're like, pizza.
Is it tough to stay healthy when you're always on the go? Like,
Yeah.
what's a work day for you guys? What's the regimen? You guys get up in the morning. What do you guys do from that point on?
Get up.
Yeah.
Wake up out of the briny deep in your bunks in the bus.
Do some press.
Press. Sound check. More press. Show.
Hopefully have a shower in there.
Hopefully, that's the key word,
Have
yeah.
a shower, then play the show, then more press, and then drive to the next city.
Is there any sleep in there at all?
While you're driving to the next city.
Yeah.
That's it, that's all.
Yeah, usually try and sleep overnight while you're driving.
On the tour bus, right, guys?
Yeah.
So
All
it's
right.
very gentle, bumpy,
Gentle and
corners.
bumpy. I don't think I've ever heard those things in town.
No.
Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by the studio here, and all the best. I mean, you guys have gone gold already. Let's get it to platinum, right?
Thank you. Thanks for
Yeah.
having us.
Anything you want to say to the fans who seem to love you guys?
Well, we love you too. Happy holidays and Merry Hanukkah.
You know what?
Marianas
Actually, here's
Trench.
what I want to say to our fans. I know I always seem to be the one who's singing all the lead vocals, but good news, Trench fans. Next Christmas, we are going to record a Christmas classic, and Ian is going to take over the lead vocals. And Ian, just give them a preview right now.
You're a mean one, Mr. Cringe.
It's going to be topping the charts, I'm sure.
It sounds like it's going to go platinum for sure. An
Is it
exclusive
ever?
here on Z103.5. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and all the best, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you guys.
Thank
okay?
you.
Thank you.
When you think